Welcome to how to divide a rather large hosta. It's September, it's got a little cooler, a good time to divide a hosta, though you can actually do it at any time once the frost is out of the ground. You can see that the hosta's got too big for where it is. We need a couple of tools, a spade and a knife, and then it's just a question of putting your boot in. Put the hosta in the spade in the center of the hosta and press with your foot. You'll hear a crunching sound as it comes apart. Loosen the soil all around. Try to get the roots out as much as you can. We're trying to make the hosta smaller and produce more hostas for our plant sale. So I'm just indicating where there seems to be a good dividing line. Just put the spade in, press again. It's kind of like using a knife, it slices it. You do lose a few leaves along the way. Just separate those out so that you're not going to be repotting them. Okay, now we have to get the rest of the plant out. It's still quite large. I could make it smaller, but I still want a reasonably sized hosta here. So because it's so large, don't hold it by the leaves, they will break. It's a very big root ball, so I'm going to dig a nice big hole. You want it wide enough and deep enough. So I'm just going to test it for size, so that if I put the soil in right now, it will be right up to the crown, which would be perfect. And then I believe in puddling it in, so I get a couple of buckets of water. Actually, I use 3, I think. I want it nice and wet because it has been quite dry recently. And I put the plant in. You have to level it because it's an odd shape right now. And you can tamp it in with your foot. Might be a bit squishy because of all the water. And then you fill the soil in all around up to the crown. And I would probably go down to the compost and bring up some fresh compost. And there it is finished. Looks a little bit mangled, but it will be perfect next year. So what we have in the barrow are the pieces we've cut and that tiny piece, which we can still use. So our aim is to make out of each clump a couple of good sized plants for the plant sale. So which basically means cutting them in half, but you could make probably about 3 plants out of it if you chose to. So first of all, move all the bits that might be in the way that prevent you from seeing where the leaves are. And I'm indicating where I could cut. There's a natural dividing line when you look between where the leaves come out. And then you just slice away. You will lose a couple of roots, that's okay. And they will look a little odd shaped when you hold it up afterwards. But all you have to do is get a nice big pot, lots of soil. And once potted up, it will regrow the roots on the other side and be a lovely plant for next year. And there you have it. It's got a good root ball, lots of the original roots. I'll be taking it down to the fresh compost that's ready down there to put it in pots. And the little one too.